Afrobeats Intelligence podcast.
Afrobeats Intelligence, democratizing African music.
It's good to meet you.
Appreciate you, brother.
So, I think the first time I missed out on the high blood pressure wave. I missed out on that campaign. Maybe I wasn't paying attention on my artists seeking abilities were weak at that time. But then I listened to you from a more informal place. So your partner, Dafe. So Dafe runs KVLT. Your partner, he just dragged me home and he's like, hey, let me play music for you. And I do these things in the industry a lot where you go to your people's homes and you listen to their music and then you tell them what you think and then you find spaces where you can help amplify it or help make it better, depending on what is required of you. And so that was that day he played me your entire album, Homeless. That was way before it was out. And I'm like, oh my God, wait to me this. And so by the time the album was already coming out, I was looking forward to it because I'm like, I want the same feeling. And what is that feeling? That feeling is honesty and vulnerability. You were honest and you were extremely vulnerable on that album. Why?
I think for the honesty, I would say I'm an honest person.
Yeah.
For the vulnerability, I would say I did not know when I was doing that. You know.
How? How could you not tell?
You know.
What were you doing?
You know, this thing about music pays. Sometimes when you're saying your heart, you don't even know when you're saying it. Or when you're saying your secrets, you don't even know when you're saying it. You know. So there was this particular time that my sister Falake, she, you know, the time I used to rap.
Yeah.
I used to rap about...
That's too classic.
Yes, I used to rap about bars.
Yeah.
You know, we had this group back then.
Where was this?
This was like 2014. You know, we're doing Tessie on rap online. Black Bones too was part of that stuff.
Yeah, where were you then?
You know, I was in Kano.
Okay.
You know, then when I moved to Lagos, I was still doing the rap. But, you know, my sister know how deep I am personally. So one day she said, why am I not saying the things that matters to me?
Why would she say that? Did she think you were not connecting to yourself? Or you were not being honest?
I think maybe at that time, I was just getting introduced to the industry.
Yeah.
And the picture and the idea of an artist the industry have is sometimes different from what God has for you or what you need to do.
Yeah.
Your own contribution to the industry. You know, at that time, I came to the industry where you have to showcase your bars. You have to showcase how good you are.
So you were funneled in as a hip-hop artist?
Yes. You know, I was all about the bars. Let my niggas hit you, you know, type of...
Oh, okay.
You know, but, you know, during lockdown, when, you know, families were getting together, you know, at that time, I was figuring out a lot.
Yeah.
But then I was still classic. I just dropped, even when TikTok came into Nigeria, you know, I was among the first artists they hit up to do a content on, you know. But that time, I was just doing exactly what the industry wanted of me. You feel me?
What did you think the industry wanted from you?
You know, it is what I'm saying. You know, at that time, sometimes you need to be on dread. You need to dye your hair. You need to look somehow. You need to look this way. You know, So I was doing exactly that. I was sounding exactly the way, even though I was putting my own P into it. I was still doing exactly what they wanted me to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when, even as Too Classic, I've always I'm somebody that my emotions is in my hands.
Yeah.
You feel me? So even as Too Classic, I still had my emotions in my hands on every song.
Yeah. People would say you wear your heart on your sleeve. That's how the English people say.
Oh, okay.
You wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah, you know, in as much as it's crazy, emotion control me more.
Yeah.
That fear, I always fight with him. You know, he tells me that it's not all about emotions, all about, but it is for me.
Yeah.
You know, it is about my emotions, how I'm feeling, and my purpose. So when I'm vulnerable, sometimes I don't know, and sometimes it's crazy because I have my problems out there, and people are singing it to me. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, when I talk about your music, well, let me not talk about when I talk about let me focus on like my experience. So my experience of your music is very personal, because even though there are parallels to my story and yours, because while Dafe was playing me the music, he also did give me like the context within which it was created, because I'm like, hey, this is deep, man. And like, this is the person that has made this music. This is what this person, these are the things this person has experienced to be able to provide this. Because I'm like, there's a level of depth on the Homeless album that doesn't just come forth. It isn't surface level at all. You'd have to, it's an exploration of self. And so listening to the music, I'm like, hey, what must have happened to this person to enable him go to these parts of himself to like create art like this? And even the reaction to it, it's very much been, hey, I connect with this because it's more like, because it's personal, because I can personalize the struggle, I can personalize the loss, I can personalize the pain, I can personalize the self-doubt, I can personalize the chest thumping, I can personalize the resilience, and all of those things that are real that you've put into this project. And so I'm wondering, what must have happened for you to get to this point, for you to acquire this level of self-knowledge? Where did you grow up? In Kano. How was Kano?
Kano was beautiful. It is beautiful. You know, it's been a long journey, bro. From Kano, I started from Kano. Started music, started singing to my classmates.
Okay.
Yes, I just newly left Kaduna. My mom is a traveler. And I think we left Kaduna because I think she was owing Lapo. And yes.
For real?
Yeah, we took like a week to pack our things in the night. Then
Escaped.
Yeah, escaped because
the debtors were, your creditors were trying to get her.
Business was not going. I was in Kaduna. I was in Central Market. Me and my mom would do sell crayfish, grounded pepper, dry okra. So but business.
You were hawking it?
Yes, I was hawking it in Central Market. But I go see crayfish, grounded pepper, dry okra.
How was that experience?
I just came from the village, and from my stepfather's side, I just came and met, after me and my mom was on the road.
Yeah.
But then I was so tired. She was chasing her senior sister pension for school who died long time ago. So I was on the road with her because I was the only, So while we were on the road that time,
you were her only child?
Yeah, no, I think my brother was there too, but he was not. He was actively with us on it. So when I went to when we got to Kogi State, I was like, I'm tired. I think you should they called her that she should rush to Lokoja. And I'm like, maybe you should leave me here and go to Lokoja. You can come and we'll go back together because we've been on the road.
Okay, well, I'm trying to understand what it means to be on the road chasing her late sister's pension. So, her sister, you lost your aunt?
I lost my aunt.
And, she lost her sister.
Yeah.
and there's money that's owed to her via her pension.
Yeah.
And why wasn't it accessible? Why did she have to chase it? And what did this journey look like?
She was a teacher. She was teaching at a government school, and she died of HIV.
No way.
And at that time, it was time that this HIV virus was a death sentence.
Yeah.
So I could still remember how little I was, but when she died, my mom started she told my mom about the pension. She has to fight for the pension. So she had been teaching for a very long time.
Yeah.
So now, you're welcome to Nigeria, where things like this, you have to travel to so place, you have to meet so person, you have to get so document, So she was doing all of that.
And she,
traveling. They will tell her to come to so courts, to Lokoja today. They will tell her to come to Abuja. They will tell her to come to Kogi State, So I was tired. So I was like, I will stay back.
And you kept moving with her all.
Yeah,
she carried you along.
Yeah, she did.
Why did she carry you along? Why not leave you at home?
There's nobody to leave me to. Like, it's me and her, obviously, in this. It's our family now. There's no other external person to leave me to. And, when that happened, she was with my stepfather, So when I got to the village, I was like, just leave me here, handle your stuff. When you're ready, we just move together. Then I just got to stay. Then,
what were you tired of? What made you tired?
I was just tired of traveling, bro. Every day on the road. And it's not as if she's paying for 2 seats. She's lapping me.
Yeah.
And you have to go through this long journey. You have to go to this court. You have to go to this.
And you're just sitting around, hanging around.
I was just tired, man. And I think the environment I was, just because my mom was there, the love was, I'm like, I could just stay here. Why she do all these things, or why she's worrying about me and all of that stuff. Yeah, so, somehow, my stepfather convinced her to leave me there, so I stayed in the village. So I stayed there for like a year or 2. Then I moved. Then when it was time, after a long story, when it was time, I moved to join her in Kaduna.
Yeah.
So in Kaduna, she was already selling before I came. So the moment I came, I just came to meet her with the business. So she goes to the market early in the morning and she hawk around, and she was pregnant at that time. So as our first son, obviously I don't conceive it in the business be. And me and my mom has always been tag team. So, I started going to the market with her. I'm selling too. So since when I joined her, she started selling, going to filling station and schools to sell for teachers while I handle the market.
Yeah.
So it was me selling, then the business went bad. I think she was pregnant and she was so heavy and because of the selling, the baby
No way.
shifted. So she left me there to go to Jos, where she had an operation which I did not know about. You feel me? So my mom is like...
She didn't want to burden you with that knowledge.
Not really. She didn't want to burden me. I don't think the information could have even... I think, maybe she did not want to. Because so many times, you could just call me. But I don't think she feels like... Because she, in her own heart, from the place we come from, when you're going to surgery, it's a very big thing. You're going under the blade. Yeah. So she don't know if she's coming back or... So she just left me out there like that. So it's just as if she's a traveler. So whenever small thing, when we left Kaduna because of that debt.
Yeah.
So when we got to Kano.
So for those who don't know, Lapo's a loan shark.
Yeah.
A loan sharking company. Please, you guys come sue me. They're a loan sharking company. So they give money at outrageous interest rates to mostly the lower and middle class. Not middle class.
Not middle class.
The lower class, and if, with all respect, the underclass. And then they exploit these people with very interesting loan retrieval schemes. And so that's what it is.
They exploit these people to the point that these people cannot even come in the daytime to their families. Some of them have to hide and come in the night. Some of them have to work overnight because of the interest they have to add to the money they have to give you weekly.
No way.
And these people have to feed family at the same time. And they have to pay you and they have to buy fuel. Some of them collect this money and get taxis. Some of them collect this money and go. My mom has been doing ogbono business with it, and it looks like it's help, but to be honest, man, I'm so sorry, man. For somebody that my mom has been doing it all her life, it's not help. It's debt. It's just you.
I don't think it is. That's why it's called loan sharking. So they give people these loans, and then they drag them into a lifetime of debt with like exorbitant interest rates, and with each, and it's such a funny system, man.
Very funny.
And it's something that has broken down multiple families, and it's a problem. And so your mom left. Because of that, your mom left Kaduna.
Yeah.
And so you guys moved to Kano.
Yes. Well, we've been staying in Kano before we got to Kaduna anyways.
Yeah.
So it's just like we going back to our side again. But, when we went back and...
How was Kano different this time?
This time, we started staying in Wadabaga. That is a place in Kano. It's a rural place.
What's it called?
Wadabaga.
Wadabaga.
Wadabaga. Yeah, it's in Ring Road.
Okay.
In Kano. And... we started staying there, and my stepfather is a policeman, inspector, and during that time, the Boko Haram issue started. And it started, and Boko Haram people were, they started from rural areas.
Yeah.
Which that was
where they had access to.
And, my stepfather is a policeman, which makes him automatically a target.
Yes.
And these people, they go around. There was this time in my area, a DSS officer, during fasting, he was just sitting in his house, front of his house, trying to break his fast in the evening, and they did a drive-by. So it's just like we are a target too. So this particular day, they came to our house. And
the Boko Haram terrorists?
Yeah, they came. And
how many were they?
There were like two. Yeah. One was wearing hijab.
Yeah.
Jalamiya. Yeah, so... I was watching a movie inside.
How did you know they were terrorists? Were they armed?
Yeah, they were armed. But at first, the hand was inside the Jalamiya. My gen went off. So I came to, study, but I met guys outside gisting, which in my side, there's already coffee for 7 p.m.
So you guys have a coffee?
There's already coffee because it's already a thing. And then the governor of Kano was Kwankwaso, and he had like soldiers in the street already. So when... I was just listening to the big brothers, the big guys gist, and, when they're just passing, just turned back. When he turned back, he just removed his hand from the Jalamiya and told all of us to lie down.
What was he holding?
He was holding an AK-47.
No way.
Yeah.
He could stick an AK-47 in the Jalamiya.
Yeah. You could just put his hand was inside. So I think they just had an operation, So that side, when they came, the other guy thought he was just like an army officer, and he was trying to apologize, maybe because we're staying out for the stuff, up until the guy is seeing our serious business. Then they told all of us to lie down, collected the phones. When they collected the phones, they had this police officer who came to toast a baby in our house, and he had a machine, Lifan. That then it was this Lifan.
Yeah.
And
a motorcycle.
Yes, then... He cannot say he's a police because he'll be the first to go.
Yes.
Then...
Because the terrorists hate law enforcement.
Yes. That's who they're killing right now. Yeah. So, there's this guy, Gali. He's a Hausa guy. He sells oil. Then he was with us when the people came, and we're all lying together.
By oil, you mean engine oil?
No. He sells oil, granite oil.
Palm oil. So,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, he was lying close to me, and his cherby was in his hand. If you know Hausa guys, they always walk with their cherby.
Yeah. Prayer beads.
Yes, prayer beads. And while we're lying down, he was doing la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Him doing that, I already know something is about to.
Go down.
Yes, but I don't know what he's about to do. Yeah. Then the next thing, he just took off. Now that taking off that he took off was what saved our life. The guy wanted to show him, but he will make noise now, and that will bring lynching.
Yeah.
So after he took off, they thought he wanted to go and call people. Meanwhile, he's escaping for his life. They just collected the Hausa, the policeman, what's he called? Policeman Lifan.
Yeah, the bike.
Took off. They told us to run inside.
The motorcycle, they commandeered it.
Then told us to run inside. While we're running inside, they're taking off, and they started shooting up.
No way.
You feel me?
You guys were close to death.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just... these people waste people for a living. I mean, why he didn't just started popping us? You know, we're already lying down, bro. You know,
How many of you guys were around?
I think it was just like 6, you know. And some of the people inside the house did not even know what happened until we're running inside, and it was time for them to say we should run inside. You feel? So
How, in the days after that experience, how are you feeling?
my mom, immediately, she's already looking for another house, you know.
Closer to the city center.
Closer to where there's more Muslim and Christian.
Yeah.
You know, where there's no more.
Where there's more security even.
And, you know, we parked to Badawa.
Okay.
Yes.
But that was closer to the...
Yeah, there's more English guys, more tribal guys from different states, not just Hausa guys now. We're all mixed together, you know. So, you know, we went there, and...
When did you guys move? The day after?
I think from the first bomb shook our house.
Yeah.
She already started looking for... The first bomb already shook us. She already started looking for a place for us to stay before the Boko Haram came again. Oh. So when they came, it was like the last signal of we need to get the fuck out of this place. You know, then she got a house in Badawa, and we just moved, and it was more mixed and not just Hausa and few,
And wow, this is that's a really. Do you still think about that moment up until this point?
You know, yes, I do, man.
Because you came close to death.
And it was important for me that I always regard Gali, his name is Gali, as the person that saved my life that day. You know, even up until when I was working on Comforter, you know, my spirit, which I always believe is God, told me to go to Kano, where it all started from. So while I was in Kano working on Comforter, I still saw Gali.
Oh, you saw him?
This time around, Gali was doing well when that happened. But this time around, Gali is the one packing gutter.
No way.
His teeth all rotten. And, you know, and you just feel like this is just in the space of how many years? Somebody's life can go from like this to like this.
So he was a kind of successful trader.
Yes.
A comfortable trader.
Yes.
He was selling vegetable oil, palm oil, all these things. Mm-hmm. And then after that experience and you guys left him, you come back years later and Gali was the dirt man, the man who cleaned the gutters. Yeah. The guy who did the odd jobs in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And he looked worse.
And from a northern society, if you are that guy that do that type of job, you are really at the bottom, bottom of it.
Bottom tier.
Yeah, because I was, people have been telling me that Akari is not who I think he is anymore. But up until that morning, and I saw him packing the gutter, and I'm like, Gali, and he was looking at me with his teeth all rotten because of, I don't know, whatever he is on. His eyes, his shirt's torn.
Did he know who you were? Did he remember you?
Immediately. This is somebody it's not just, we spent years together. We joke, we play football. We've really done a lot of things together and experiencing that moment together too.
It was your neighborhood buddy.
Yeah. Just so crazy, man.
So you guys spoke and then how was the conversation this time?
It was... I just immediately knew what to do. I just have to make money and start this guy another business and make sure I rehabilitate him. Because that day, what I just did, I think I just got him Maltina and milk because he was really looking like, I got him Maltina and milk, gave him my number. He should call me anytime, But I told him to, and he really wants to change too, He's just telling me that I was telling him that if you have a business, can you really still hold up and continue? He was like, yes. And I just already know that.
Can you pick yourself up? If you're asking him, can you pick yourself up?
Yeah. And you could genuinely see it in his eyes that, bro, if you really give me that opportunity right now, I really want to change. Like, I've done these drugs, I've done this piece, and I've seen the end of it. And now I'm even lucky to see the end of it at a very young age. Yeah. Now... I feel like I can do something. We just need help. You feel me? So it really broke my heart. It broke my heart because a lot can really happen to our life in this space. You know, it made me realize we can be here, and the next 10 years we're really up on the street and you don't know what happened. You know, people are just saying what happened. You know, it makes me feel. It made me realize that it's not really over up until it's over.
Yeah.
You are not. It's you can't stop being a good person up until you take your last breath, or you can't stop pushing or putting work into yourself up until your last breath. Because the moment you think you snooze, 10 years will cost you more than you can imagine. You feel me? And you might never get back from it.
Sure. True. I think about this all the time as someone who has. So I come from. I didn't grow up well. I come from very, very underprivileged background without parents. All of that. I was an orphan for a long time. Still an orphan, but now I can cover myself.
Yeah,
exactly. And when you're an orphan in a country like this, then you're at the mercy of the world and the elements. It's not a great experience. The world isn't usually kind to the people who are exposed. So it wasn't a great experience. And I've seen people that were close to me, I've seen them take a wrong turn, and up until this moment, they haven't recovered. It's like downhill from there. And when you're down there, especially at that spot, it's easier to make all the wrong decisions. You have excuse my words, but like you have a shitty existence. And for a lot of people, dealing with that means anesthetizing yourself, going to the drugs, just to give yourself a level of escape, or to walk through life without feeling the full weight of your situation. I've seen that happen. I've seen people just go to crime. And next thing, that guy you're hanging with in the neighborhood, that's your fellow orphan, he's on TV as on Crime Fighter. He's a criminal. So it's something that gets to me often, knowing that sometimes the difference between having a great life, a great existence, and the difference, and, you know, going down into nothingness is environment and opportunity. I count myself, every day I count myself a lucky one. The one who got away. But not a lot of my people got away. And so in Kano, so in this Kano that you guys were in, how was it for you then? You guys continued the business?
No, I think at some point, my mom, when she left village and when she gave birth to me, and first time she came to Kano, it was the point she started working for Royal Tropicana Hotel.
Okay.
So when she got back to Kano, she still, made 1 or 2 links and started working for Royal Tropicana.
Yeah.
And she was doing that, and I was going to school, but my school now, they're chasing me for school fees every day, every fucking day. I'm so sorry, man.
No, do your thing, man. It's the first
they just chase. It just. So I can remember an Auntie Cat. Sometimes when she comes, she has the paper. She does not look at the people before she chase me away from the school. She tell me, my stepfather name is Jibril. I'm a Jibril. Carry your bag and go home. My name, the one that my mom gave me, is Ahmed. Yeah. So I'm in Jibril, carry your bag and go home. Every time I've been Jibril, carry your bag and go home. And the only time you pity me, maybe it's on Friday.
Yeah.
And now on Friday, I'm here copying notes, So, and there was this particular day she came to the class, and the moment she came into the class, she was not even looking at the book, my whole classmates screamed, Ahmed Jibril,
no way,
carry your bag and go home. And,
and everything was fun for them.
When they did it, I just started crying,
Right there in the class.
Yes. I think she only left me because she told me to go back to my seat because I know she's like, nah, man, this will be too much, you know. But throughout that day, I was not having it, you know. I was making my decision in my heart, you know, like how long do I have to continue like this? And every time I even decide to go hard in this book, I fail. Every time I decide to go more hard, that's when I fail more. And I don't even have, they're not giving, when last did I see my results?
Yeah.
My last result that I saw was primary 2. The rest, I don't have enough school fees for them to give me the results.
No way.
Yeah. You know, that day, I just stood up and I went to carry my bag. You know, that after you come to your class, you go drop your bag. I went to carry my bag. I'm sure while I'm carrying my bag, my classmate might have thought, I think he has had enough for today. He's just so angry. He can't take it. He wants to go home. But in my heart, I am like, this is the last time I'll ever be in a box like this. This is the last time I'll be here, you know. So I got home and I told my mom to look for a job for me, and she looked for a security job for me where she's working.
So while you were leaving school, you didn't know where you were headed.
No,
You just knew you didn't like it here because it caged you, and it was such a reminder of how much you lacked.
yes, God bless you. Because if it's not a reminder of how much I like, I mean, they flog me every time for a red belt, which they said the requirement is black and I don't have money to change it, and you're still flogging me every day. I mean, you flog me till you peel my back for it. So what am I doing here anyways? You feel me?
I understand. I've been there before.
So, you know, for the times where they flog people for school fees that your parents cannot pay, they flog you
flog
for
the
it.
kids for it.
Do you understand? And now you're coming back into your class crying, and it's because they flogged you because your parents cannot afford 7,000 naira, bro. Come on, man. I mean, even though we are going to be looking down on ourselves, at some point we need just, you know. So at that point, I'm like, fuck it, man. I just need to get the fuck out of here and go find a way to add to my family.
So your mom just found you, when you stepped out, your mom just found you the job.
You know, yeah, I spoke to her about this. She found me a security job in that same hotel. So I was the youngest actually working, the youngest security officer in my...
What were you even securing?
Funny thing, I did not even have WAEC results, so I had to forge a WAEC results.
Oh, no.
I was bearing E-frame then. So, you know, and I was just doing this security job over and over up until 2015, which election, my mom, she couldn't stay in Kano because during election it gets violent when he's not winning.
Yeah,
and
when the preferred candidate isn't winning.
He's not winning, so he starts, and I'm just telling my mom that I just got this job. I can't leave Kano and go and join you and go to Lagos with you to go and meet my stepfather.
How much was it paying, the job?
No, mine was 17,500.
Did it go a long way?
No, no, it did not, because
What did the money do for you?
well, I bought bicycle at some point, yes, for my
Sorry,
transportation.
boy.
Because all the times I was working in Royal Tropicana, every time when they give me the salary, I give my mom the whole money. So when I give her the money, you know, she do all the spending, and now for me to even get transportation is now an issue. So there was this time I dedicated that whole month to using the money to get a bicycle. So when I got the bicycle, I think, you know, and I was dating then, and I bought a jacket for I think that was just
Of course, now, of course. So you got this jacket for her, and then she said, "Let me leave this election time." She's like, "Let's leave Kano."
You know, no, because she was scared, and my stepfather just moved to Lagos. He just transferred him to Apapa, so she felt like it was an opportunity to escape for the election to be, you know. But when she went there, now I told her that I just got this job, I can't leave, you know, because of they'll just obviously sack me, and I know, and you did not say we are going to stay. We're just going because of the election. So I stay with my friends, and you know, I'm a Kano boy. I know my way around.
Yeah.
So, and it was not only me. It was 7 of my friends. I think 6 of our friends, my friends. She took all of us there. We all got a job. So one was working at the swimming pool,
or
was working at the bar, or was working at serving. Me, I was at the security side.
Nice.
You know, when she left,
was she comfortable leaving you? Because you guys have been together forever.
My mom is just like the way I am. She knows her son is a thug just like her.
Yeah.
And at any situation, I always, at any situation, I always, find my way around. That's something that she has like, implanted in me.
Yeah.
So it's, say we in my Peking go. Yeah. So, when she left, election time, there was this particular time Good Luck was winning.
Yeah.
So the violence started, then I started sleeping in my working place.
Why? Because you could not go home?
Yeah, because I could not go home. At first, we were at home. We broke bottles everywhere, held cutlass for our own protection. But, we're like, why not just stay at work? After working hours, we close, jam at the swimming pool section, and do our thing. So we started sleeping there, So my mom just called me and said, after the election now, we're moving to Lagos.
Yes, now, of course.
And I'm like, damn, I've already have my life here going, I have my job going, which, when I started security job, at first I was ashamed because my classmates used to pass my front of my house. Yeah. And now I have to wait for everybody to pass finish before, I move to my working place. But after work done already serious, life don't enter. They wear my uniform from house. Come from work, come house, Yeah, so when she said we're leaving for Lagos, I felt like I had my life here. People already know me as I was rapping my thing, going on stage. I was one of the youngin popping in my hood, but now I have to leave everything and go. So after the election, we just came to Lagos. And that's my first time. That was how I came to Lagos. Yeah.
What year was this?
2015.
When you landed Lagos, how was the culture shock?
Damn, bro. I landed at the worst place in Lagos, Apapa.
No way.
Yeah,
I landed in Ojuelegba.
Yeah. Apapa. The thing that made Apapa crazy for me was the constant trailer. It's never up until Sunday.
Yeah, Apapa is this. For those who don't know Nigeria that much, Apapa is this neighborhood of Lagos that's very connected to the ports. So whether it's oil, whether it's goods from China, pharmaceuticals, everything that comes, almost everything that flows into Nigeria flows in through the Apapa port.
Yeah. Okay, so no wonder that's why it's busy.
Yes. So everything that flows into Nigeria in terms of import and leaves Nigeria, import, export, a huge percentage of it flows through that port. And so, of course, the neighborhood would feel it.
Yeah, I mean, we felt it every day. It was chaotic. Every time it's chaotic. You only have all you have is drivers, exhausted drivers, who have been parked in one position for a week. Traffic that lasts for a month type stuff. And you have a very chaotic environment. And when I got there, first, I have to do something. My stepfather started already putting on my body to, Oga, you guys find something to do. Then he said I should go to one of the ports where they used to employ people. I took my fake result again, on my way to the place. When I got to the place, it was just me and some hefty guys, and we have been waiting since. Then this man just comes from the door and start pointing, you. And when he points you get inside. You point you get inside. And,
So he just picked that random?
He just picked randomly. And these people are hanging their shit. And I'm the only one on,
People take off their shirts.
These people are just randomly. So I don't know.
So to show, what was that to do? Was it to show that they were strong enough to do the job?
The job is actually, when my stepfather kept saying I had to get a job, that's what he recommended. So the job was offloading salt from the ships that come, the raw salt. Oh. Yeah, so, it's about the strength, who can carry. So me, I thought I was
it wasn't salt that has been turned into powder. No, it was just rocks.
You could feel the water dropping from it.
No.
Yeah, so it's all
it was still soaked.
Yeah. So You know, when I got there, when the man later picked me and showed me like,
Did he pick you on the first day?
you know, they picked me on the first day, but after, like, I think he picked me because of PT. Because
It's like this.
they've already really picked everybody, and I'm like, bro, please, man, I can't go back and say I don't have a job. You know, when they picked me and it was like, and I saw it, this is the job. I'm like, nah, man, I can't even do this. My strength can't carry it, man. I can't do this.
How heavy were these bags?
Man, this is this salts that still have water coming out from it.
Yes.
That's even most of the people that were
That's
there.
like a 50 kg bag,
bro, these people
with salt in them, with salt and water dripping.
And how they pay per day?
How much was it per day?
I think it's a 1.5 job per day.
1,500.
Yeah, I think
a day.
Yeah, 1,500 or 1,000 a day. Yes, around that time. And these people, after they collect the money, they already have babes around, girls around. You say, wait, 1.5. Before you take a rujeje, 1.5.
That's the,
at that time it would be like 300.
the aphrodisiac.
Do you feel me? Because they need this thing to keep this work going. Now, when I seem like, nah, man, I can't do this. Not because, but my power no carry on.
How long did you do this?
You know, when I went for the job, it did not work out. You know, after the man told me that I need to go and I was like, where can I submit my CV? He was like, no, go and join them. To them, tell me what to carry. And I'm like, man. Because I think one of the things that really caught me was everybody that worked there was standing like this. They look like
they were standing in italics.
like, you know, this is a normal regular day job. So they don't carry saute for here. So the hand
It has changed their body structure.
Yeah, and I just
like,
come
no,
to
this
Lagos,
is not
man.
it, bro. I just showed up, bro.
Then I got a teaching job. Started teaching.
What were you teaching?
I was teaching
Oh,
kindergarten.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I was an assistant teacher to female teacher.
Oh.
And yeah,
That's a softer job.
It was not a soft job.
The kids had bad vibes.
Damn, not bad vibe. Like now, the kids, me, I'm a grown ass man, and now you just hear the headmistress call you into the room and tell you that this child came with his food and he went back with it. That means he did not eat in school. So now I have to persuade children to eat their food. You understand? I have to persuade them to do this because they're just kindergarten. We're not really trying to
like chop for me now.
And so it taught me patience. I think it taught me how to find my way around things.
Yeah.
At that time,
because this was a different. This was a far different difficulty level. Because you're talking to people that have brains that aren't really formed yet, and so they just mucus and catarrh and
noise. And now you have to find a way to communicate with them, not in the way you normally communicate.
So you'd have to do all those things like,
I mean, for the food stuff that the headmistress called me, I had to figure out a way to make them feel like them eating is a good thing for me.
How did you do it?
I made them feel like when you eat, I'm happy.
Oh.
So whenever they eat, they come and tell me, Uncle, I've eaten my food for you. And I'm like, yes, and when you told me that, I give you this thank you so much face. And everybody's trying to, now everybody has already put it in their mind that they need to show me their cooler every break time to show me that, Uncle, I've eaten my food for you.
And you're giving them high fives.
Yeah, and and I'm telling you that, break time, you are coming to gist with me. Well, I don't know what you are saying, but I'm taking your book, I'm marking whatever you are doing and saying yes, and you're telling me, Uncle, this person, he just taught me how to be patient, and he taught me how to communicate differently. And, it was just a crazy experience, bro.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for I think a year. I took them for this marching parade.
You gauged up.
I was the only male teacher in my school. So
only male.
Yeah, I was the only male teacher. So when it got to that particular time, I was we had to teach them marching. And this is the thing I've done. So
Well, you've gone through it.
We went, bro.
You've gone through it,
bro. We went for the marching parade. I think our school came 50 something, which was like a win for us at that time.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
So you dressed up, all of that. You took them on the parade. You did all the salutes and all that. You coached them.
Which we did our training for over 2 months.
Yeah.
Before we went there, do our thing, and Yeah, it was it was a great experience. It was.
And in all of this, where was the music?
So when I came to Lagos at first, then I think them small doctor just started taking off.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Mosquito.
yes, and I just come Lagos, man. This is not how
Before then, you were not a singer.
I was a singer from my place. I was already doing heavy in my streets,
Okay, you were singing.
Yeah, I was singing. I was performing in shows. I was already my face. Everybody knew me as Zimtel already. I had the name Zimtel then. So
When did you now become too classic?
I became too classic when I came to Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah. So when when I came to Lagos, it was a different ball game.
Okay.
Then my street is a place that you can go around it.
And this was in Apapa?
Yes, this is in Apapa. Now, I was staying in one of the police barracks in Apapa.
Okay.
Now, my street is a round place where you can have your hands around it. You can go around it. No matter how long it takes, you can go around it.
Yeah.
And the community. But this now is Apapa. I'm here. I'm the person that is saying that he's singing Ababa, Sagacious OTK. Shout out to you, man. God bless you, bro.
That was the artist that
it was artist. He was babbing inside the SC, and he's an elderly guy, and he's Sagacious OTK. That's his name.
That's a good name.
And we're doing, then I don't even know where studio is. But now, inside still the same group where I told you that we and the Black Bones, everybody is, now Black Bones had the opportunity to get studio first. So the difference Black Bones had from us was he could record.
Oh.
Do you understand? Black Bones will actually record and put our music.
He now had access to a studio.
So we have to type our verse. I let my niggas hit you. Do you understand? So, but Black Bones had that recording P. So then recording studio section is like really a thing.
Yeah, it was more expensive.
It's not now that if I want to record, they just get me a studio.
We can record music here, right here.
You see?
I've done it before. In multiple camps. Where do we do camps? Living room on the table like this.
No, those days I could still tell my first manager, which his salary was 30,000 naira. I was using 15,000 naira to pay for me to go record. That means in 30 days, he's sacrificing 15 days for me to record a song. So it was really a gem for us then. You feel? But you being able to have access to the studio was really a gem. Something that like, I know everybody get access to one more. You feel? Yeah. So it was just crazy, man.
It was crazy. And in all of this, you were going through multiple things. You had a mother that was going through it, and by consequence, you with her in the same, dreary scenario. And why was music something you held on to? What did music give you then? What was music to you then?
Yeah, Akan, man, I'll be honest with you, brother. That was the only thing I know how to do. That was the only thing nobody taught me. The rest of the other things, everybody taught me. How to dress, my cousin taught me. How, even when I never got to get the opportunity to go to university, but I stayed with my cousin in Njoku Hall, and I got to experience university life. So you can see that everything I've experienced is something that people have taught me or I've learned myself. But music was something that I just knew how to do it. I started with Olamide and Induro.
Yeah.
Yes, even if you go to Kano, if you go to my street, people call me Olamide. They call me Olamide. Olamide, that's an Hausa.
Yeah.
It's Olamide because I was, then Illuminati. Wow.
Yeah.
Those period, I was really, that was the only thing. I was a big fan of Olamide. Then I started writing. I'm like, I could actually voice how I feel. Then I started rapping. I mean, I don't have good scores in school. I don't have 60 over 60. But I can rap. And somehow you can see how extraordinary I am.
Yeah.
Rapping.
Sure.
Putting my words together to these people that are looking at. I just knew that So if I was not special in the book way, which the world already made it look like you have to be good in school to be a successful person or to be a properly educated person, you have to go through the school walls. You know, seeing them look at me like that, even after I left that school, I went to a missionary school. Even during the FCS time, when they were doing FCS and it was all about worship.
What was FCS? Fellowship.
Fellowship.
Yeah.
Every Friday we have fellowship, and I still find a way to put in rap and put in music to my own performance. And I was just, when you want to perform in FCS, you write your name, and I write my name. And that time, her name is Mercy. She just takes the chorus, and I do the rap. And you know, I still have the whole school. So music was the only thing I knew how to do. You know, unconsciously, I could just see how I feel. And then, even when I started, I named myself Street Rapper because the only time I had inspiration was when I take a walk around the streets. Right. When I'm walking around the street, I'll be writing comfortably. But when I'm sitting down, it looks like I'm forcing it.
Yeah.
You get? Yeah. So music is really the only thing that it just feels like I know how to do it. Nobody taught me how to do it. You feel me?
I get you. And when did you, because in all of this conversation, learning about your story, you've been very direct with the money. Hey, I cannot go to school, but I can be a security guy for money. I cannot lift these huge bags of like wet salt, but I can convince these kids to eat so they can pay my salary.
Yes.
Music has multiple layers to it before you get to the money. When did you decide that this was your means of livelihood? Because music, you would have to sing a song and you'd have to wait for it to connect to people and marinate and go through that process. When did you finally get to trust music as something that could be your own vehicle? Because it's been on the sidelines all this time.
I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I've always trusted music.
Yeah.
I have. It's just that first, I got a change of environment. Secondly, I got to find myself in a place where I don't know anybody or what to do.
Yeah.
And I'm just a young boy, man. You know?
Sorry about that.
So sorry, man.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Take your time. I'm good. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, we could take we could take some time off and
Nah, man, let's get it, man.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, so 2017, 2018, I was doing competitions. I was doing because I needed money.
Yeah, what competitions were these?
I was doing in 2018. I won. In 2018, I won Cool Breeze, Close Up Cool Breeze.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know, I won it in Unilag.
Yeah.
In 2017 or 16, I went for TBC Rap or Drop. Is it the Wise Man Show?
Yeah.
Or
You did Wise Man.
yeah, I did Wise Man Show, man, in Egbeda, and I won the show. I was doing competition because I needed money. I needed money to do GCE.
So these competitions were a means to just get quick cash.
Yeah, you know,
and that made you depend on your talent for that.
You know, yes, you know, I was getting quick cash. You know, now then that time when artists drop song, they do challenge immediately. It's a thing. 50K, 100K. The biggest one come with 1 million naira. You know, even DJ Exclusive or White Party. Even DJ Exclusive or White Party, I won it. Still, I was doing competition because they had price tag to it, and I need this money, and I'm not working. You feel me? And then I was working, but I stopped working. I was working in security in Marua too, when I came to Lagos. But now I need this P.
Marwa here.
Yeah, Marwa here in
Oh,
Lekki.
I live around in the neighborhood.
Oh, really? Yeah, I was working as security guard, which they employed me from Anthony.
Oh.
So I thought coming to work on mainland on island as security will increase the money. So I chose Marwa to work on island. So I was doing 4 days on and 4 days off, which they never paid me anyways. So. Music or like, sorry, remind me what we're talking about.
Yeah, what music meant to you at this time?
Yeah, Then I stopped doing competitions.
Why did you stop?
That's not the artist I wanted to be. And in a country whereby you doing these things make them see you like that.
True.
And yes, there's good money to it. I don't win all. I get to do GCE, which I always turn up not getting the results. But I wanted to be an artist, bro. Not just somebody who waits for an artist to drop a song and I do a cover to the song or I do a freestyle and put it out there. At some point, I switched from competition. I started doing freestyle, meaningful freestyle, something that would change people's life. I was having titles to it, motivate yourself, telling you not to quit. And I was doing freestyle for single mothers because, I was doing, and there was this time I was doing freestyle that a single mother will hit me up, tell me a story, I'll turn it to a rap. And I will post it, and some lawyers or people will hit me up and tell me that they want that person they want,
Yeah,
sometimes
they want to take that case pro bono.
Some that got raped by their dad or that had a crazy P that I said in the rap. Some lawyers just hit me up, or some people just hit me up, and I saw that it was really helping, and I kept doing it. But now, at some point, I had to stop that too, because it feels like people only remember me for my content. When I drop music, people don't listen to my music. They just, whenever they remember me is when I post the content.
Yeah, and that's not where you want that.
That's not what I want, bro. I'm an artist, bro. I'm an artist. And you just remembering me for whenever I post a video, if a content, a freestyle video, is whenever you remember me. It's not a thing. And 2019... I had a song out, Okay, with 2 Classic, that went viral, and the producer that recorded me called me one day and said Lighter wanted to be on it. And at that time, Lighter just dropped Mona Lisa, and the video just hopped on the remix. And so it was a very crazy P for me that time. So I was like, yeah, let's do it, man. And, we did it, and it went more viral, but the song left me behind. So that was, 2019 was my first proper introduction to the industry, but then I already had a song that already left me behind.
So I'm just pulling up your music, so because we're about to go on the home stretch.
When I dropped OK, I never made a dime from OK, and
you didn't. Oh, why didn't you make a dime from it?
Nobody knew. I think they were mostly booking Lighter for the shows because Lighter was
was the more popular artist.
Yes, and people did not know that I was the one that started the song, that started the whole from January to December.
I knew the record.
Yeah, you know the record.
Yeah,
people did not know I was the one. They only knew me as a rapper, so they thought I just rapped. So people thought. So nobody booked me. Even the person JB that was putting money on me put 10 million naira on this thing. 5 million naira for video, 5 million naira for promotion, and up to then, still nobody never got a booking, never got anything, and the song is still trending.
Not one booking.
No, there was this time I wanted to get a booking in Abuja, which the bride, I think they said they booked. I think they said they almost. I don't know, man. But then I was having. They were this is my name with T Classic.
Yeah.
2 Classic, T Classic.
Yeah.
So they said they already reached out to T Classic, and they said the favorite song was OK. Now, obviously, that's not his song, so I don't know. When they reached out to me, that's what they said. So I'm like, yeah, they paid me they sent me the money for the performance for the wedding, which COVID came in. And when COVID came in, I had to, refund because there was travel restriction.
No way.
Yeah, After that was the only first opportunity I got. And, there was this time I was sleeping and I woke up. Somebody was playing. My landlord was doing a family meeting and family get together, and the DJ was playing okay. And, I woke up from my sleep. I'm like, this song that you're playing, who get this song now? It's in a Too Classic featuring like that. But I'm standing in front of you. I mean, it's not even the first time. Even Uber driver carry me and they play my song on radio, or they play my song from their own Bluetooth and they don't know it's me. And I ask them, I always say, and I want a guy like that, Too Classic, and I'm here.
So you're right in front of him.
So that made me hated. Even that's when I was transcending from Too Classic, I hated everything that has to do with Too Classic.
Yeah, because it was not a great experience.
Because, bro, man, I named myself Too Classic because I felt like I was creating classic music.
Yeah.
Too classic. So
yeah, you were too classic.
And I was really dishing out good music. So why are they not getting to know? Why are they knowing my work and not knowing me? Why are they seeing my work and not seeing me? So it was really a crazy experience for me.
Why did you become Llona then?
So when it was time for God to let me transcend, I don't think even Dapper knew I was in the music camp. Dapper artist, then JTza. Yeah, I was in his music camp, and then I was transcending. But now in JTza, I have to pull up for my friend because this is his music camp. Now I had to go back to, after this, figure out a way to go back to Too Classic. Then I was already hating everything that has to do with Too Classic, but I have to do this for my friend because it's the first time I'm pulling up for him. So then my friend, the person we're doing it together, the one that was sponsoring me, left Ghana, came back to Abuja. And I did not want him. I know he will be thinking in Abuja alone. So I decided to join him in Abuja. And also, Lagos was so noisy for me to become the new person I am supposed to become. I don't know who this person is, but I know I'm supposed to become a new person. And Lagos is not giving me the chance. So Abuja gave me that chance.
How did you feel returning to the North, where you had all of your formative years and those very traumatic experiences?
At first, when I did my show in 2019 in Kano, after I later jumped on the song, I did a show in 2019, in my hood. And it was crazy, Now, returning 2022, and I am in the streets and I do not have phone because I sold my phone to shoot nobody. So I do not have phone when it was time to do Comforter. So when I went to Kano, I had to lie to, when they asked me, I said I forgot my phone at the airport because they postponed our flight, because I know that your feeble mind will not be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You want to start saying, but this guy don't follow.
Yes.
Too Classic, we've been featured like that, we've been did this thing. You don't follow, and I don't have time to entertain such because I'm a human being at the end of the day. So even if I feel like you will not get to me, sometimes it might just get to me. You feel me? So I did not give them room for that because, there everybody was like, I think the eyes they were looking at me was, you don't fall, you don't come back, But I know why I'm here. Even before I came here, I already shot Comforter video in Lagos. I shot a viral video. The only reason why I'm here is because God said, go back to the place you started from.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm here. And then, thank God that my type of music and my type of person I've portrayed to my people every time. I don't tell you I have gold and diamond in my neck. So if you see me in the streets, and I've never told you that I was not in the street, so I don't feel any type of way. I don't feel any shame. I don't feel anything,
Let me give you an example, not to cut you. Over the weekend, this last weekend and another weekend. Last weekend, I attended the Beat FM brunch. So Beat FM and Sony Music, they did a brunch. They invited me. I was supposed to start there. I came in there, big energy, full of life, as the French would say, joie de vivre. But I was active. I was too active.
Very active.
But I came in faded, man. And I did all the press, all of that, videos, all the press. Now, it's so weird now that people think I'm a celebrity. And so I got a lot of cameras in my face now. And it's so interesting. So I did all of that. And at some point, I ran out of cigarettes. And I started scoping the crowd, like, hey, who they smoke here? Who they smoke here? Smoke up, bro. So I found this guy who was smoking Benson and Hedges. He was smoking it. And I went to him and like, hey, I want the... And he's like, hey, do you want a defined spark? He needs a lighter. I give him the lighter. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, do you have an extra stick of cigarette? You get extra cigar. My pigeon is very interested. I'm like, you get extra cigar? And the guy's like, yes, I do, but boss, he leaned in. I'm like, what's happening? And he says, it ain't inside waterproof. What do you mean? What it means is, his cigarette... Hello. What he means is, the cigarette he has is not in a pack. So he probably bought it or someone gave it to him and they had to load it in a small nylon bag. And so he's like, they inside waterproof. And I'm like, give me cigar, Joe. What's in the worry? Give me cigar. Like, what is this? I can't smoke cigarettes.
What is this?
And he's like, bro, say this place now packaging. And I'm like, I don't know. I just want cigarettes. Let me get a cigarette from you. I took the cigarette from him. I brought it out from the pack. I raised it up. I held it. Like I made it an activity.
Yeah. Just because of that.
Yeah, because of that. Because I'm telling him that, hey, this is nothing. Like, you get places where you go package, but not before cigar. And I felt bad because that means he probably has internalized all of the things that the industry has told him. You have to be a certain way. You have to project wealth. You have to form in that sense. But your cigar come for nylon, and you don't want to smoke them publicly or share them publicly because it ain't nylon. So when he's like done, I asked him, what's your name? He told me. And I'm like, hey, he's like, what's your name? And like, hey, I'm Joey Akan. And he's like, oh my God, Joey Akan. And he's like, I'm like, yes, but oh. And like, bro, he was so animated. I'm like, oh, thank you, but bro, not be so industry be.
No go far like that.
They not too far like that. Na cigar. When you drop music and you want to do video, package them. But now we dey here, so everybody now you're equal. And if you don't treat this space like that, you know go get as much as you can out of it. Because that's low self-esteem.
Yeah. The thing is, broski, I promise you, yeah. I follow you a lot. And
thank you.
One of the things people fail to see is the industry is actually killing more than it's building.
In what way?
Because the industry already has a template. Yes. Now, that template is what they expect you. And let me give you an example. One of the issues I had, or one thing that would have changed me as Llona is right from the producers to the influencers to everything. It has changed.
Yeah.
And
I'm considered an influencer now.
Everything has changed.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes I'm telling you my real life story and you think I'm really trying to... Joaka, I'll tell you this, man. I work so hard. Apart from working so hard, I go through so much pain to create my music.
Yeah.
For me to beg you to listen to my music. It's just that this music comes with fame. I always say this. If you leave me, if you see that person where I get money, I don't think you will know who Llona Face is.
Yeah.
I will be that person that nobody will know my face and promise you will never deny my music. Do you get? So you just as if the industry build you, it tells you, because whatever you are saying is something that somebody has done. So you coming with your own uniqueness is a problem. When they were when they were linking me up with producers, most of the producers were soft. It's not even the lyrics. It's not me as an artist now. It's you are soft. You have grown soft.
Yeah.
Yo, now I'm in the studio. You're just playing random beats for me, and you think I could just hop on it.
That's not how that works.
It is not. That's why HBP was for me. A foreign producer was for me, because I got tired of the producers. Not because they are not. It's just that how many producers you won't meet? There are a lot of good producers, but how many of them won't work with you? Do you know how many upcoming artists they don't work with, they don't build with, where the upcoming artists don't fuck up?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Sure.
So you cannot expect, if a producer tells you no, you cannot say, nah, fuck up guy. Oga, he has been with 1,000 people or 100 people that has done the same, that have come with the same routine you have came with, and they all ended up not turning up for him at the end of the day.
Yeah, they ended up like stabbing him in the back.
Do you understand?
Or betraying him more than
Yeah.
ever.
So he just looked like, everything was really meant to work against me. That's how I go put it. You know, that's why I had to. That's why when I said I'm a homeless man, and I was still saying somebody tell me that, bro, your lips they dry. You look like, bro.
But I'm homeless. What do you expect?
Do you think I named my album because of what do you think I named Homeless for? You see, it's now become a rollout thing for you. You think it's a rollout that I named my album Homeless.
You think it's a simulation?
Yeah.
People are playing pretend just to sell you something.
You know? You don't even know where I'm coming from. I mean, you think I'm just here. You think HBP is a thing. I've been doing this for 10, 11 years, bro. My first single was 2014. One of the issues with me, why it took me so fucking long for you to see my faces, I had to always go through the circle.
Yeah.
I had to always go through the circle, then come back and say, okay, no be here, oh, not here. Which you won't follow me talk? Like, if you want to talk about my people that's why I relate to when Ashake said, I just blow, but I know my set.
Yeah. The public only starts calculating your career from the first day they see you.
You know since when I don't date. I did when since Ashake don't drop.
Yes. No.
So when he don't drop the first one, the first record that made me know him. I've been doing there's no guy that's putting in work as a manager or artist or guy that I've not buzzed to help me. I've always, if they open their DM now, you can still see my message. There was still particular time that I still tested my fans that wanted to do a project that they should all help me with 20K or help me with money. So what is it that you want to really tell me? So it really sometimes, I really feel contradicted when people make me feel like, when people just tell me something, it make me feel like, oh, guy, like.
And I can understand why, knowing all of this, knowing the weight of it and the gravity and the depth of what you've experienced, I can now understand why Homeless is such a dimensional project, and why it is extremely layered in how you've created it. How happy are you now that, what does it mean to you now that you've expressed yourself on the project, and now you now have people connect with your story? For me, when these things happen for me, it just brings me back to my general understanding of life. So because my story is very similar to yours, now I'm considered privileged. I have become Joey Akan. I have built these things. I have done all of these things, and I have found a way to insulate myself with like the blessings from it. But I do understand. And so when people meet me now and they're like, oh my God, Ajebo, I'm like, no, I back up past you. I just get accent. I'm like, I back up past you. Like anything you've done in terms of like suffer, not doing the suffering Olympics, but just to understand that I have been there with you. And so now seeing people connect with your personal struggles relating with themselves, it just really reinforces my idea or what I do understand about like humanity, that we're all the same person. All of us, we're going through the same life, but just with different contexts. You feel pain. Yeah. I feel pain. Maybe my own pain is, and the strongest or the most difficult thing the person has faced is the most difficult thing they have faced. So once upon a time, my problem used to be, hey, I can't eat today. Now my problem is, hey, I need to build $1 million company. Once upon a time, my biggest problem in this life was, hey, I need to find money to buy a laptop so I could become a journalist. But some other person, and my age grade, the same person would say, hey, my biggest problem now is that I need to get money to get the latest sneakers. I cannot invalidate that person's pain. Because that is the worst thing life has given him. And so that feeling that maybe he might not have survival attached to it, but that emotion of, hey, I need to get something and I don't have it, it's still the same. So when people connect with you, people that might not have the specifics of your story, when they connect with you, I'm like, okay, yes. They can identify that pain or the depth of it. So that's one of the reasons why I really love your project. It's my current gym soundtrack now. I'm serious. I go into the gym. I spend 3 hours in the gym every day.
Oh, crazy.
Yes, I'm trying to be a baddie by December.
Oh, please.
I'm going to be a baddie by December. December, I don't want to wear a shirt. I was at the back. I took off my shirt. My guys were screaming, I want to intimidate us. I'm so raped.
He said he's sorry.
I'm so raped, but it's not enough. December, I don't want to wear a shirt.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you headlining a concert?
And bro, I'm headlining the Joey Akan experience.
Oh, okay. Active.
My own experience.
Active,
no worry.
active.
So, seeing people who have not experienced even a smidgen of what you have, seeing them connect with the emotion of it, it just reinforces that belief that we're all the same person, feeling the same things, but just with different contexts. So, with Homeless now, when you think of the album now, what do you think of it?
What do I think of it?
Yeah, what do you feel? How do you think of it? How do you approach that album that has done so much for a lot of people? I remember tweeting today that, hey, I'm interviewing Llona today. What would you want me to ask him? And I have a ton of people just saying, hey, I want this, because they want to know. Because this project has given them an anchor to not just re-examine their experience, but to contextualize it, understand it better.
You know, nothing has really changed, to be honest. I'll show you a picture.
Okay. Editor, when he shows this picture, we'll collect it and you'll put it up on the screen when this video plays.
Crazy.
So, yeah, exactly. Make everybody the same.
Crazy. I'll show you a picture my younger brother sent to me. You know, and nothing really changed because you can see this is my family. This is them about to have a breakfast. Oh, no. And
when was this?
This is when? This is
11:09.
11:09.
That was yesterday.
Yes. You know, you could tell I just had money for them to get breakfast.
Yeah.
And you could see right from the time I've grown up to know my mom, we've never had cotton in our house. One of the reasons why the girl I was dating then, I did not let her to know my house is because our front door like this is my mom's wrapper. That is the cotton. And as I speak to you this very moment, she still does not have a cotton. And is it that I've not tried as a son? But you know that the more your parents grow old, the more they turn into children that you have to start training.
Yeah.
And now my mom is a traveler. If I do here, she travels today. That's how I am. That's how I'm built. It's like even the house I am, I'm already tired. I'm already mentally depressed. I want to live there. I want to just go outside. So that's how she is. So she might leave one particular place where I don't hustle, start up small. Go one place where be say we now from zero they start from. Do you get?
As the first son, you'd have to support that transition.
I would have to. No matter how I fight with my mom, I'm still her husband. I'm still her son.
Yes, you are.
She's not married. And if you come from a ground where you're going to say that you be your mama husband as the first son. So I have to deal with me always having to, take care of these things. I mean, if you still ask me, nothing has changed. I am still homeless. I've always been since 2015, since the time I opened my eyes to see. I've always been, even up till now. Since I came to Lagos, I stayed with my cousin. I stayed in Ikeja Cantonment, which I was doing Okada with my senior brother. I've never stayed in a place. The only place I felt at home is Kano, which is that house you're seeing in homeless cover.
Yeah,
that's my house. That's where I stayed.
You went back there.
You feel me? That's the only place I felt at home. That's why I went back to that particular house. Even the people I was still staying with are still there. And I still have the responsibility of feeling like they cannot continue to be there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So it's just that we're now in an industry where everything is a rollout.
Yeah.
Everything. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you give me the big stage to perform or you don't give me. This music is stressful to me, bro. It's the reason why I did not complete Stranger was because it was too painful for me to complete it. You need to understand that after I record every fucking song, I go to the toilet or I take a walk and cry. So it's not as if I don't love this, bro. Sometimes I just want to be that guy. I just want to. So the fact that I have to now tell you that this is a real story is sometimes messes with me. It sometimes messes with me because now I'm telling you, bro, this is the life I've lived. Even from all the songs I have dropped, there's no lyrics you would tell me. You quote me the lyrics and I'll tell you why I said this particular word. I'll tell you the reason why, the situation I was in. So why do I have to beg you to listen to my song? I don't have that time. You listen to me, it's for your own good. You don't listen to me for your own good. I mean, there are millions of artists you can listen to.
Amazing. But while there are millions of artists we can all listen to, there are very few people who can contextualize, who have gone through the experiences you have, and more importantly, have been willing to share. And you've done both, and I appreciate you for it.
Appreciate a lot, man.
And I believe there's a growing population of people. Every time I talk about your music, people come there and click register. Like, yes, I follow. It's become a thing of people who say, okay, we understand. We might not understand him, but we feel him. We feel what he has given to us, and we know it comes from a very truthful place. And just before, I think this is a conversation that we will definitely have again and again. Yeah, it's your first time here. I have repeat performers here because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
I don't believe you can exhaust the person
at all, man.
At all. And we're strapped for time, and so. But I just want to know this: what would, in all of this journey, in all of this ebb and flow and highs and lows, what do you take to bed with you? Like, what is yours? Because a lot of what I've experienced here, and what I have learned is that even though you're living your life to a certain degree, you're still living for others. What goes home with you? What is yours in all of this?
fuck all. Nothing at the end of the day. You know why I said nothing?
Why?
The comment does not change how I feel.
Okay.
The likes, the streams. It does not really change how I feel, bro. It does not change the fact that I am broken, bro. It does not change the fact that I've suffered or I've taken so much time to get to this place I am. It does not change the fact that I'm a late comer. It does not change the fact of every fucking thing I feel. You understand? So whenever I go to bed with nothing. Because even this talent, sometimes I wake up and I don't know how to write. I've not written for the past 5 months. So I go to bed with nothing. Because it's just like when I go to bed, it's just like when I'm dying. When you're dying, you die with nothing. You go with nothing. So when I close my eyes, it's just me waking up to the next thing, whatever the world has in my front. Whether it's something I have planned or it's not something I have planned. I believe I am to wake up every day and continue from where I stop. Yes.
Okay, so you're still a journeyman.
I am, man.
And it continues.
Bro, come on, man.
I think we have to end this here. Thank you for doing this.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you for doing the
Homeless. So
Homeless album is everywhere. All the DSPs everywhere. Beautiful music, and I hope to have another conversation with you. And we're going to have a different time.
You know, before we go, I have a question for you, though.
Okay, please tell me.
What do you think about Llona personally?
I think so. One of the reasons why I really wanted to have the conversation with you is that, number one, you emotionally heavy, and it's something I understand. It's something I deal with every day. So you're emotionally heavy, and that can only come from someone who has experienced life. And when I mean experienced life, someone who's been exposed to the elements. Yeah, like I have. And so, number one, so I know this is a guy who has seen it. And this is a guy who is striving for better. More importantly, this is a guy who's striving for better. This is a guy who feels the weight of responsibility and who also feels the call of adventure at the same time. And so, that's what I think of you. And the fact that you make beautiful music, the fact that you've crystallized all of these experiences, this pain, this emotion, this listlessness, this hopelessness, this optimism and cynicism, the fact that you've put it together into music and you found a way to turn it into something that I can hold on to and enjoy while still feeling the gravity of what you're feeling. I think it's beautiful. I think that's the work of genius, and I think you are.
Appreciate
and thank
you.
you. Thank you.
God bless you. One more thing, please.
Yeah.
For people like you who have interviewed people who have come before me and people who are still going to come, I mean, you never stop learning, man.
No.
What advice do you have for me? I mean,
well, for you, I'll be honest with you to say, I know you are in the hands of people who, I know your people, and I've known them for a while. I know you're in the hands of people who care about the business, but they also care about the artist. And so that in itself is already a blessing in itself, because the space is filled with like cloaks and daggers, smokes and mirrors, sticks and carrots, and nothing is as it seems. But you locked out on finding people who care more than anything. And so the advice for me is, this thing you have done, do 10 of it in as soon as possible.
as soon as possible.
Do 10 of this thing you have done as soon as possible. Just pour your essence and do that as often as possible. That's all I will tell you to do. The rest the universe will just take care of the rest.
So it's ASAP then?
ASAP, brother.
And I appreciate you, man. God
I
bless
appreciate you too.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you. God bless you too. Blessings.